people will tell about drizzling. So what exactly is drizzling? When the size of the water droplet is between 0.1 and 0.5, that is exactly the diameter. You think about how we can measure this diameter of 0.1 to 0.5 mm. It's very, very difficult, but then the classification is like that. So it is even very difficult for our naked eye to find out the diameter of 0.1 and 0.5 mm. So that is the size of this drizzle is called. So what exactly the description says about drizzle is nothing but it's a sprinkle. We don't know whether the water is falling on our body or on the earth. So that much small it will be there, that sprinkle of water. Usually it floats in air. Why? Because since it is 0.1 to 0.5 mm, so it will not have heavier load on that. So it will be floating in the air. So that is called a drizzle. And the drops will be small, but it will be in the number of, it will be more in number, which means whenever the drizzle is coming, it will not be single, it will be in a group. So they must be in numerous numbers, the drizzle. Then the intensity, I want to discuss about intensity. What is intensity of the drizzle is, whenever we are speaking about the rainfall, we always speak about the intensity. So intensity means in a particular time, how much rainfall is coming. For example, you can see. So what exactly is called intensity? Measure of the amount of rainfall falls over a time. For example, what is the rainfall which is falling at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. So you can see with one example, I am showing the graph. Is that graph clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you can see this graph, the blue colored one is the thing we are talking about, the rainfall intensity. So you can see on the top, you can have you are having the time. That is, this is at 0 hours, 3 hours, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and goes on till 24 hours, right? So suppose if I want to tell how much rainfall has fallen at the 9 o'clock, so that is called the intensity. How much of the amount of rainfall which is falling at that particular time. That's called as intensity. When you see intensity here, you can see in the afternoon 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you have maximum amount of rainfall. So when you tell about the intensity of rainfall at 3 o'clock, this much amount of rainfall, for example, 60 millimeter rainfall has fallen. So this is how this intensity is measured. So when I want rainfall at a particular time, that is called the intensity of rainfall, right? So that is what it is mentioned here. The intensity of the drizzle. So for 1 hour, the intensity will be 1 mm. Why? Because the sprinkle in the form of 0.1 to 0.55 mm, it will be like very, very minimum. So it will reach only 1 mm per hour. That is called this drizzle. It will be very small and it will not have much of the rainfall in that particular time. Drizzle will be very, 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 very small, and they're numerous in number. Even though they are numerous in number, the total amount of drizzle does not exceed 1 mm per hour, right? This is about the first one, drizzle. So drizzle is also a type of water droplet coming from the atmosphere. Next one is rain. This is the usual form of precipitation we are getting in our India. So what will be the size is larger than 0.55 mm. This is also about the diameter only. When it is more than 0.5 mm diameter, that is called as rain. So rain is a basic form of water which we receive from the atmosphere. So there is nothing description about that. It is a basic form of liquid water which is coming from the atmosphere. So there is no need of much explanation about this rain. So next one is the glaze. So first two are water droplets. From here it is going to start about the ice crystals, right? So this is nothing but the water droplets from the atmosphere is falling down. Due to the climatic conditions, the water droplets will convert into the ice coating or the ice form. So you can see formation of ice coating when rain or drizzle freezes. So why it will freeze is nothing but the climatic conditions available in that particular location. So it usually falls like a drizzle or rain only, but then due to the conditions, it will change into ice crystal or ice coating. So it also, after reaching the ground also, it will reach only to the cold object. So this usually doesn't have in India. We are seeing in only the colder countries like Arctic Ocean, Antarctic region. So these are the glaze form of rainfall is not available in India. Even though it is available, it will be in the northern areas like Himalayan regions. That areas we have this glaze. So registering or recording glaze is very, very difficult. We are not doing that in India. Mostly in the northern areas, northern regions, they are using glaze. Sleet is the next form of this ice crystals. The same process, when the rain or drizzle freezes, at a particular temperature near the Earth's surface, this sleet will form. So what is the diameter of this sleet is 1 mm to 4 mm, slightly bigger than the drizzle, rain and the glaze one. So the difference between the glaze and the sleet is nothing but the size, and the other one is at a particular temperature only this sleet will be formed. So this is at freezing condition, any condition, but then sleet is exactly below 0 degree centigrade near the Earth's surface, this will be formed. So when the sleet is forming, how it looks like is formation of ice pellets. Size varies from 1 mm to 4 mm in diameter. This also we would have seen somewhere in our location also. But the actual the stone type of rainfall which we are receiving is different from this sleet. So what exactly is sleet is nothing but you can just see this picture of sleet. This is the ice crystal formation I am telling about this sleet. As you can see in the picture, as you can see the ice crystals which is available above the rope, that is called as sleet. And there is not much difference between the sleet and snow. Both are same crystals, but slight difference in the diameter of the that ice crystals. So this is also precipitation in the form of ice crystals. When ice crystals fuse together, it is called as snowflake. So there is not much difference between the sleet and the snow. The next one is hail. Hail is nothing but more than 5 mm. So this is what the stone type of rainfall which we receive usually. Sometimes you can see in our area where you will get the ice, bigger ice pellets which is falling in the form of rain. So that is what is called as hail. So here you can see one small picture about this pellets, ice pellets, the smaller one. When you have bigger one, that is called as hail, the sixth one which we are discussing about. So if it is more than 5 mm, that is called as hail. So this hail usually what happens is sometimes it generally occurs. Sometimes when thunderstorms are forming, this hail will occur. So what is exactly called thunderstorm is nothing but the bursting of the clouds suddenly. So you can see the picture. This is called the thunderstorm. When usually this thunderstorm happening, that hail is happening. That's what the general observation they carried out. But without thunderstorm also that hail will happen. Next one is dew. Dew is a common word which we have heard. Dew forms by the